Well, hello YouTube. In my last video, I spoke a little bit of galactic history and, of the sorts, a little bit of Earth history, a little bit of Martian history, a little bit of other places history, and I'll continue with that because there's a lot more information that needs to be said about that, especially about the Pleiadians, and especially about the reptilian race. But in this video, I'm not going to talk about that. The next video will be about that. This video is about time. Now, I did have a video that explained realities, and I did have a video but this video touched base on these things. I never really went in depth with it, So I'm gonna try as hard as I can to go in depth about it. In relatable terms, that is. Now, everything I say in my videos are from my perspective, from my experience. I'm not going to say that this is true, this is how it is. But this is what I have lived, this is what I have seen, this is what I have experienced. So to me, this is the truth. To you, you might have lived and experienced something else. You might have existed within a different reality. So to you, this might not be true because, well, you didn't exist at this point in time. Well, you didn't exist there. You didn't exist within those realities. You exist there now, you exist everywhere, but that's, you get it. So, what is time? Well, time is space. What is space then? Well, space is a medium for manifestation. Okay. Well, space in the science term is made up of a bunch of particles that are smaller than atoms. And these particles are vibrating at such an intense rate that they seem to be popping in and out of our existence. Now, we only perceive one dimension, but we perceive billions of realities at once, and each reality is a separate dimension. But these realities make up the dimension that we see. If that makes sense. So, these particles make up the realities. These are the particles that we control with thought to create the reality. Now, these particles are vibrating. They aren't popping in and out of existence as scientists say they are. They're actually just vibrating in and out of our sight. They vibrate, they stay here for a couple seconds, and then they go somewhere else, and then they go somewhere else, and they might come back. It's however they vibrate, but it's just a bunch of particles smaller than atoms vibrating. Now, we as a consciousness are just vibrations. That's all we are. There's somebody knocking on my door. We're just a vibration. And this vibration doesn't move. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. You guys can come in. Comes like, meow, meow, meow. Jeez, it's snowing pretty hard out there. Okay, I had to let my brother in. It's snowing out. So, we are just a vibration within space. Now, we're all the same vibration. We're all source. But because of the fractaling that I spoke about in another video of us going down in the dimensions, we perceive this as multiple beings, and each being has their own perspective. Because they each have a different angle, so to speak, that they're looking at reality with. So, we just stand, we stay still, and we move space around us. This movement of space is what we perceive as time. So, you may take a step forward, but that step forward is actually you moving into another reality. Now, you're not physically moving, You're just moving space around you. And this movement of space causes you to move through the realities. Because space itself is stationary, just like we are stationary. And we use our consciousness to move space, because space is dynamical. Now, technically, because it's vibrating, it is moving. But technically, it's not, because it's moving so fast, it's staying in one spot. If that makes sense to any of you guys. But we move space around us, and this movement causes us to move into a new reality. Each step, each choice, everything. If you choose to move your eyes to the left, if you choose to move your eyes to the right, it's moving into a new reality. Me picking up this pencil and keeping it right here, and then putting it down, I just moved into hundreds of realities at once, just to move this pencil. And within each reality, I'm a new person. Now, to you, to me, we don't perceive this as me being a new person because of our perception, our limited perception, but it is. I'm a completely new person. I died in those other realities. I'm alive in this reality because I'm a multidimensional being. Now, my essence still exists within those realities, which is why other people can perceive my essence in those realities, because they're still perceiving that reality. But if I'm technically dead in that reality, and I'm technically alive in this reality. And that's why people die billions of times per second. You're dying right now watching this video, but you're also alive. Because you're just vibration. And to the perception of the people in those realities, you're dead. To the perception of you, well, it's whatever you want. You have control over your reality, and humans will be able to change our reality more drastically when we perceive and when we notice these small changes in the reality that we're in. See, I have a choice right now. I can have this paper, and I can just, what the hell? I love you. I love you all. But no, I don't know where this came from. I think my sister might have done it. But I can take this paper, and I can choose to rip it. Now, if I rip it, I have choices presented in front of me. I have different realities. Each choice is a new reality. And each reality leads to a different reality, to a different reality. Now, if I choose one reality, I might not be able to go into that reality because I chose a different reality. So if I choose to rip this paper, my sister could be mad at me, and then the consequences of her being mad at me could lead to other things. And this is a completely new reality that I exist within. But if I don't, she'll never get mad. Therefore, I'll never move into that reality. Now, to explain history. Now, humans view their history as linear. We don't perceive it as us moving into a new reality each time we make a choice. And that's because, technically, our history isn't linear. But because of the way humans work, we make it linear. What happens is, as we're moving through these realities, we create a line. A straight line, or a spiral line, depending on what we're doing. And these realities become connected to each other. So one reality leads up to the next reality, which leads up to the next reality, which leads up to the next reality. Now, and within manifestation, all these realities exist at once. They're all happening right now. They're all happening right now. They're all happening, well, right now. They're never going to stop existing, and they never began to exist, because they just exist. Now, it's hard for most humans to wrap their mind around that. But as humans move through the realities, we connect each reality to the next reality, which causes the realities to form in a straight line, which is why we can perceive our future. Because what we're doing is technically we're perceiving a bunch of realities that we can move into, and whichever reality we so wish to choose, we just kind of move it into our line and then go through it. Which is why I can choose to throw this can. I just moved into a new reality. I moved into a lot of new realities. Weird, isn't it? But yeah, time doesn't exist at all. It's an illusion. Time is just an illusion created by the mind. And the mind is just an illusion created by vibrations and perspective. So technically, we don't exist, but we do. It's so funny. The existence is just a hologram, because existence is everything, and everything's existence just perceiving itself. Funny, huh? But yeah, I just wanted to take this video and make a short video about what time is and what space is. Space, from our perspective, is just particles. Time, from our perspective, is just us moving space around us. And each time we move space around us, we move into a new reality that is existing. Each reality is just a compilation of a bunch of probabilities that can or cannot happen. Now, technically nothing can't happen. Everything is possible. Literally. If you think right now, your thought of, let's say, a purple elephant with wings. Well, that exists somewhere. Because I thought about it. Humans are creators. Whatever we think, we make. Now, this is in a different reality, of course, it's not in ours. But once we move into the higher metaphysical dimensions, whatever we think becomes, and we see. Therefore, if you think of killing somebody, you do. Now, you kill them in one reality. They'll still exist in other realities, so technically you're not going to kill them. But you will kill them in one reality. If you think of a purple elephant with wings, you're going to see that purple elephant with wings because you're perceiving all realities at once. And you're perceiving each individual reality. You're not perceiving all realities at the same time as we are now to make our one base reality. No. You're going to perceive each and every single reality at once. And it's just something cool that we humans are moving into. We're evolving. But yeah, I just wanted to make this short video, and I hope this helped with anything. Peace, love, and light to you all. Namaste.